Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and we are starting early, ladies and gentlemen. Starting early because Dennis wanted to. So we are starting early. How's everybody doing? Back from Blade Show, Texas. Got to pick up some awesome knives. I actually picked up, you guys are going to know this because I got a video coming soon on my first impressions on the Stitch and the MSI. And I also bought one for one of you guys. So I bought two of each so I could give one away. And then I figured I would take another one and see if I can't just beat the fucking shit out of it. Dang it, I cussed like that in less than 60 seconds, man. Demonetized. Starting off good. So I'm gonna do a first impressions on those knives. I do have some negative opinions on a couple things, but I'm gonna do a full review. I'm gonna do the steel test, lock test, all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna. That's why I bought an extra one, because just in case, if it doesn't survive, I wanted to have one for myself. So, and sometimes and that's one thing that's kind of a struggle with doing some of the tests, because it's like, you have to risk, like even today, the knife I was testing today, the tip snapped off of it, right? It's like, it's so easy sometimes for things to happen. And the thing is it actually feels like it's pretty tough. I've already, which is stupid, I don't know why I did it, but I already started batoning with this damn thing. I don't know why. I think it was just to see if it would hold up, and it seems like it's fine. But we're gonna do some real testing with it, and like I said, some edge retention tests. There's a lot of tests coming up. I know you guys have been waiting for a bunch of different things, like the Teravantium or whatever the hell it's called, that stuff, that test, and then a few other ones. We have the sword thing. I recently I lost a whole bunch of content. Well, actually, a bunch of things happened. So first off, all our Blade Show Texas stuff, we got about 40-50% of it. It's all crap. For some reason, we don't know why, our audio was like going in and out, and then on some cases it was just like just screaming like crazy. There's no way we can fix it. We've already tried, and other times it just goes silent. So I only have about half the content I filmed. Luckily, we have all of where we filmed with Tactile. Now that I'm putting a lot of work into that video, guys. I hope you guys watch that video. I'm doing some extras in there that I'm planning on incorporating into a lot of other videos moving forward. So hopefully you guys like that. We're going to get into knives here in 1 second. I just want to finish this. But so the mic issue is having an issue, right? Get home. My regular mic, right, which I use for recording and stuff, my wind mic is gone. The part, like this part right here, is missing. So I can't do anything with it with that, because like it also stops popping from the lips. Like I'm using it right now, and I just got to be really careful. I got to adjust the audio and stuff. But because I'm going to Atlanta really soon, and we had the issues with the lapel mics, I had to just buy a whole brand new mic. So now I have a really good mic coming, that'll hopefully work really good for the show. What else did I want to say? Man, there's actually a lot to say. One thing I do want to talk about really quick, I'm just going to show you guys because I'm excited about it. I wish it was the full size one, but it is the micro. But we have the Sharp by Designs Mini Evo Flipper coming in just a few days. So I'm going to pick one up. I'm picking one up hands down. This one right here. That one you guys see right there, that's the one that my eyes are on. I want the Tonto version. Normally, I'm more of a drop point fan, which they do have. They have the drop point. They have them in, we'll take a look at them. You guys still see that? Yeah. So they have a bunch of different versions, as you can see right here. They have the carbon fiber, the green micarta, which is the one I want with the Tonto. Now, the reason why I want the Tonto is two reasons. One, that it's just a damn good looking knife, man. That thing looks so good. Next thing is because it has that dual grind, it has a hollow, right? I'm not sure, but the drop point, I should just check. The drop point, I think, is a flat grind, but even if it's a hollow, I still want the Tonto because of it being a dual grind. When you slice with it, in many cases, those dual grinds, kind of like on the Mad Tonto, it helps trap material in behind the thicker part of the grind, so you can make extended cuts. And I've really been appreciating that lately. So I am 100% getting one. Like I said, I'm gonna get the Tonto. So I'm gonna probably make a post on it right when it drops to give you guys the ability to go and get one if you guys want one, but I'll already have one purchased by then. So if you guys are wanting to grab one, use the link. It definitely helps the channel. And I will have they're dropping in a lot of places. So I'm lucky to be able to get an affiliate link. Anyone see the Neutron by Get Good Screw? I don't even know what that is. Nope. Dropping tomorrow, Jared. Yep. You talking about the Sharp by Designs? Yeah, they're dropping tomorrow at noon. So that's going to be awesome. Oh, did you get some of the Beyond EDC knives from David? Yes, I did. I did get those. I got all those, and video coming soon. So we did a video. Okay, so like I said, we lost half the audio. So I think the stuff with Beyond EDC is okay. Where I think there's some parts that are messed up. I'm gonna try to finesse it and make it into something good. But he let me leave, let me come home with a bunch of knives that that I can link and stuff that already exists that I'll be testing and reviewing. Some of them I like, some of them not so much, but some of them are really good. So so that's awesome. So we'll be reviewing those two. And I got a bunch of other stuff, man, because a bunch of shit showed up while I was gone. I do have a Maverick video coming up. So you guys know I have the video of Tactile, which, like I said, I'm putting a lot of fucking work into this video. Like, so much work. Like, it's probably altogether, it's probably gonna take me a week of just editing, not including all the recording and everything, because I want it to be something that lasts forever, right? And what we're doing is I'm doing kind of like a how it's made type video, because basically like how the Tactile Maverick is made. So basically like a how it's made video, and you guys can see, all the details and all the steps on how it is to make a Maverick. Now, going forward, I'm planning on implementing some of the things that I'm going to do and use in this video for future videos. Because if you guys have been noticing, I have been trying to put a little bit more effort into some of the videos. And seems logical. No, I did not see. I don't think he was there. I don't think he was there. And Zach wasn't there either, so I didn't get to do the Zach test. I didn't get to see Triple B, but we will be seeing them in Atlanta. I did meet a lot of people though. So first off, I should have said this right off the bat. Shout out to everybody who came up and said what's up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We got to meet so many people. So many people came up, and I'll be honest, I'm just being honest. You guys made us look good. You guys made us look good. There were times we were up to tables, like talking to the people, and we're just talking, and somebody would walk up, and say what's up, and then ask for a picture. And I'm like, hell yeah, of course I'm gonna give you a picture. Well, now the knife company is like, who the hell are you? But no, I think it's awesome getting to meet everybody, getting to take pictures and bullshit with everybody. Some of you guys had some really cool knives you guys got to show me, and we got to talk about, and it was a really good time. So I had a lot of fun. My Maverick is not so good. Okay, well, one thing I'm gonna be very honest with my review on it. The video on Tactile is completely separate from my review that I'm gonna do. So I do have some negative things too. However, I still really like it though. I don't know what's wrong with your issue with yours. I'll talk about my issue with mine when in the review, but I still really like it. Now, I got the privilege of trying the titanium one, and then I have the G10 one. I'm gonna try and get one of the titanium ones. I honestly think my review might even be better if I had one of those. But hey, Hinder Collector's in here. Shout out to Hinder Collector. I got to meet up with him as well. He was running the Hinder booth, and I bought a Hinder. So you guys probably seen that video I did. Shout out to him. Maybe one of the mods can link his channel. I did speak, not to hinder like Rick, but you guys know I said it in the video that I kind of spoke with the guys at the Hinder booth, not talking about Brant, but Oh, custom EDC9. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate the 5 bones. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Warren tax are shipping from QSP to me in 2 days. Hell yeah. There you guys go. Got your knives coming. Oh, where's that? Vero has a knife dropping Friday. So you guys know this is dropping Friday. I forget the time, but I'm going to do a video probably tomorrow or the next day and upload it so you guys can see. And yeah, it's so awesome. I got to meet up with him too. That recording completely fucked. So don't get to show anybody that. And it was really cool because we actually went to a coffee shop and it was such a good like environment, man. I really wanted that video for the channel, but the audio, man, it's so bad. There's no saving it. So, but anyways, I was talking about Hinder. So I did bring up to them because, and it's not that I told them, I asked them, you know, what HRC are you running the Magna Cut at? They told me 6061. I said, why are you running it so soft? And then, you know, his response to me was, that depends on who you ask. And I said, I don't know anybody who's, you know, who's recommending it at 6061. Now I can understand, I didn't say this part, but I can understand like if it's a fixed blade, it kind of makes sense, you know, if it's going to be a chopper or something like that. Okay. But with, as far as I know, like I'm not a heat treater. I don't heat treat steels. So I'm probably the last person that should even be talking about it like this. But I've heard that the steel actually gets tougher with higher HRC. Now, obviously, there's going to be a limit of which it drops off, and it's going to get more brittle. But you know, like I said, I could see because some people say that well, they say it should be between 60 and 63. Well, I think it's 60 and 64, but the 60 to 61 range is going to be for like fucking machetes and stuff, not for your folding knife. Your folding knife, you want long-lasting edge retention. Now, if you're wanting toughness, your toughness is mostly going to come from geometry, not making the steel soft, because what happens? Like, and don't forget, Super Steel Steve did these tests. A bunch of other people have done these tests where they've shown like that. Okay, when the steel is so soft, what happens, right? What is the upside to it? It doesn't snap, it bends. But if it bends, it's a fracture, right? You're not going to bend it back and it be good. It's going to probably bend back and snap, and it'll probably have hairline fractures on the inside of it anyways. And if it's so soft that it bends without doing that, then that's too soft, right? So you're not really getting any benefits out of it when it's that soft with that thick of geometry, right? So you want to run it a little bit harder. The geometry is already making it tough, right? It's not a thin, fragile knife. It's a thick grind, you know, made for hard use, so it's a little bit more robust. So, in my opinion, running it harder would only improve, right? It would only make your edge last longer. Even with sharpening, the way it deburrs and the edge comes up would be so much better. But anyway, so you know, they stand by it, whatever. I'm gonna, I don't know if I'll do an edge retention test on it or not. I don't even think it's worth it. But and the reason why I say I don't think it's worth it is only because I don't know if they would do anything about it, even if like it came up, you know, bad. But maybe I will. Maybe I will. I was planning on testing it. I just don't know if I'm going to do a controlled test or anything like that. Is there any news on the Reate T1000? I saw a prototype months ago, but no info on the release date. So I heard, man, I did ask them too. Oh, I did ask them. I think it's in a couple months. I think it's dropping in a couple months because they had some at the show. And I was asking them about it. I think they said, I think they told me a date. I just can't remember the exact date, but it was within like a couple months. So some of those things, you know, they just take a, you know, they might plan on a date and it just happens to take longer because they have other things that are more important or whatever. Congrats on the 250. Thank you, Leo. Yeah, I said it when we passed the 200 that we weren't going to celebrate 250. then we're going to celebrate the 300. We're shooting right past 250 and going to 300. But I'll probably celebrate the 250 with the Patreon members and the Bang Gang squad. Like I said, I did pick them up one of the Microtech ram lock knives, either the Stitch or the MSI. So the brand new, sitting somewhere in a box for you guys. What level? Wait, hold on. Neeves, what level gets one-on-one sharpening tutorials? My boyfriend says I should rent you for a week to teach us how to sharpen our knives. The Rocksteads, yeah, just yeah, just reach out if you're a Rockstead. Yeah, I do free one-on-one. Well, I guess it's not free because you're paying for a membership, but we can do one-on-one, and it makes it to where you can set up a camera where it makes it to where I can see what you're doing, and you can see what I'm doing, and I can tell you what you're doing wrong, or show you what you need to do right. It makes it a lot easier, if you're sitting there with the person, right? Just like now, right? It'd be just like we're sitting here, except for I'd see you and you'd see me. What's the best grit to start sharpening a knife at? 300 grit or lower. So now if you've already got it reprofiled, like just for an example, let's say you already laid back your edge angle and it's 17 degrees per side. And so it's already had an edge on it, and now you've used it, right? It's slightly dull, right? But it's the honing and stropping is not working no more, so you need to resharpen it. You could probably throw on a 600 grit and tune it up from there. But if you're doing any type of reprofiling, which is most sharpening, you want to start at a low grit. Now, even for me personally, I always started a low grit no matter what, even if it's just me tuning it up. Unless if I'm honing or stropping, if I'm doing sharpening, I am starting at 300 grit or lower, because I'm going to remove the same amount of steel no matter what. So if I use a 600 grit, the only difference is it's going to take me like 3 times as long. So I might as well start with the 300 or lower, between 140 and 300 grit. Start with that. I can cut really fast, get to my my angle, get to my burr as fast as possible, then move on to the 600 grit. It just makes it work faster. Like I said, there are exceptions. There are times where you might start at like 600 grit, but 98% of the time, start at 300 or lower. Do you sell sharpening stones? Did not see them in your store. Yeah, the Neevesknives store, there's sharpening stones in there. You just got to look around. They're not, I don't personally sell them, but they're in my store. They're just linked to different sites. Like there's some Neeves, there's some work sharp stuff. There's even some natural stones. I'm gonna put more. Oh yeah, ultra sharp stones. There's the ultra sharp diamond plates. Those are like my most recommended next to Neeves. But yeah, they're all in there. Just go to the Neevesknives store. Look around. Look for sharpening supplies. That's where it's at. Bladed Ginger says, looking forward to seeing what you think of the Beyond EDC Geo folder. It was my first design, and I've been dying to hear people's thoughts. Well, I will definitely give you an honest opinion on it. I personally can't think of which one the Geo is just off the top of my head, but I have them right out there. So I will be going through them very soon. What was your favorite part of Blade Show Texas? Definitely the people. 100% the people. And I say that like not trying to, be, like that, or like, be cliche or whatever. I truly mean that, because people are so awesome in this community, and getting to sit there and shoot the shit with people and talk to the knife makers, and everybody says this, so it's not even just me. Every time anybody ever is asked that, they always say the same thing. The people. A lot of people come for the knives, but the people is what keeps them there. That's what makes them come back. And you see so many people, you make friends, and then every time you go back, you make more and more and more friends, and everybody's so awesome and so cool. I even got to meet up with Anthony Fleming, which you guys might not know who that is. I did put a picture on Instagram. He's actually an actor. He's on the show Power. If you guys don't know that show, great show. It's actually filmed right here in Chicago, and he actually was born in the same hospital I was born in, and yeah, and he lives in Chicago, and we wound up meeting up at Blade Show, and we plan on meeting up at some point in Chicago somewhere and getting some dinner or something. But we met up at Blade Show, got to hang out. He's really cool. That was awesome. I've been using 400 and 1,000 diamonds, then shopping, but hoping to get the KME with a base setup soon. So that's fine. The thing is this is this is the difference. The difference is just time. Your 400 grit is not going to cut as fast as a 200 grit. So it's still going to cut. So it's fine. You can start at 400 grit. You're just going to spend, you know, twice the amount of time is probably a 200 grit, right? I say 300 grit and lower because 300 grit to me is like, that's like the top that's like the highest of which I want to use for reprofiling. 400 grit is not great for reprofiling if you're doing super steels that are really hard, like, you know, high HRC, high carbide volume, and are thick, right? You want something, when you deal with something that's thick, high rock wall, super steel with high carbide volume, you want a fucking stone that's going to cut fast because you're going to be there for a while. So that's why I say 300 grit or lower, but you can start at 400 grit. You're just going to be there a little bit longer. I've got a TS Prof Cadet Pro coming next week. Hell yeah. Good for you, man. Yeah. And I got those linked down there too. I got those linked in that store. Sid one says, only one more month left until I get my ZL Puko and K390. Can't wait to get it. Zoran does such beautiful work. K390 is just, it's such an amazing steel. It's pretty much my favorite steel. Like I'm pretty confident in saying that. Like I like a lot of different steels, but K390 is just, when it's done well, it's like, it's on another level from steels, even with other super steels. Like, with certain super steels, they really need to be heat treated, you know, like by the right company and extremely well, just like all steels. But for you to even notice like that they're better than some other steels, they need to. Like M390, for an example. There's times where M390 doesn't feel any different to me than S35 or fucking even 154 CM. But then there is times where it's really good. K390, I've never had an experience with it where it didn't feel like a super steel, where it didn't like just like take an incredible sharp edge and hold it for a very long time. Are the support brackets for work sharp sharpeners on Amazon any good? Support brackets on, oh, you talking about the for under the thing? Yeah, I'm sure they are. I have the ones, I think Gritomatic linked in my store. I think the ones are from Gritomatic, but I think the ones on Amazon are from Gritomatic. So just check. As long as they're from Gritomatic, yeah, they're good. There's different ones. There's also some on Etsy that are good. Work Sharp has something. They didn't tell me what it was, so I can't tell you guys what it is because I don't even fucking know. But they have something coming that they said I'm gonna love, and can't wait. I do not know what it is. I don't have a clue. I'm guessing it's some sharpening, something for sharpening. So we'll see when it gets here. I've gotten good at free-handing mirror edges. My Spyderco Ultra Fine Ceramic Benchstone quickly polishes an edge following a high grit whetstone. Yeah. I love the ceramics as long as you're using them off of a high grit. You know, you just don't want to use them off of like a 600 grit. Now, if you have the medium and then the ultra fine, you can get by with it. But to me, I don't even fuck around with the ceramics unless I'm over 1200 grit, you know, just because it's a ceramic and it doesn't have a lot of feedback. It doesn't have the bite that you get from like a diamond stone. So in order to get those scratches out that are that deep, you need something a little bit more aggressive to refine the scratch pattern before you ever move to a ceramic. But if you do it well, if you do it right, those ceramics, man, they can make some screaming sharp edges, like crazy sharp edges. And I think it's because, you know, the surface of the ceramic is so hard and so fine and so flat that it allows you to really peek out that apex to like a really fine degree. And that's why in some cases, man, like super hair whittling edges off of those. Hey, Jared, I just got the Migron Moyaro today, and I agree with you. It's an amazing knife. Thanks for the vid. Yeah, man, Migron, they're doing a great job, man. They're kicking ass. And some of their budget knives are just they're basically the top of the food chain. Now, I'm not gonna say they are the best of the best of the best, but they're in the running. So, like, I would grab a handful of knives, probably 10 or so, that I think would be the top of the top. And one of them would definitely be from Migron. Some of them would be from Civivi. And then one of them would be from CMB, the CMB Predator. That would have to go up there. The Kaiser, the problem with Kaiser, and there's not a problem, but the one issue is the price. They're a little bit higher, so it's hard to put them sometimes into a budget category because like they might be like like $80 or $100, right? When we talk about budget, it's usually 65, maybe even 70 and lower, but you can't go up to 80 and say budget unless if you're just saying under $100, right? The budget of under $100. Someone talked me out of purchasing the Restock EXO M. I'm gonna talk you into it. Where's it at? Is it did Blaze CHOO have one? Let me look. Because I do want to talk to you guys about the new Reate EXO. Yes, they are. So there you go. The link is in the description, guys. The link is in the description. Blade HQ. Just look down there. You'll see it. You can type in Reate or just type in EXO. Type in EXO. It'll pop up and you can get yourself one of these badass EXOs. I got one right here. Yeah, can you bring it to me? Now the other one is not coming for a little bit, because it's only, I don't think it'll be too long. Do you know when the date that he said the Ks are coming?
A couple weeks and safety protocols are fixed.
Okay, so they're doing some safety protocols, and once that's fixed, oh
no. Okay, one more. Ready? So
Yeah.
you get in frame. You're like, what's up? What's up, dog? No, wait, that's not me. That's you. I would go, excuse me, sir. Do you mind if I just fuck you up real quick? Okay. All right. And then I get, wait, wrong way, Karen. Okay, it's Bartholomew. He's the one that's after me. Okay. So I'm like, oh, sir, please don't.
This is taking entirely way too long.
And then I go, ha.
Don't hurt nothing.
He did say fast on the open, slow on the close.
Yeah, but yeah, this is let me move this. Yeah, this thing is pretty cool though. It is very fidgety. It's fun. Is it practical? Right now, I would say no, and I'm only saying that because of the problem I had with squeezing the button. But these are all being dealt with. He knows the problems. He's thanked me for figuring out issues. I did test it, obviously more than I even showed in the video, way more than I showed in the video. And yeah, so by the time these things come out, they're gonna be they're gonna go through them really, really good. So that's badass. And yeah, they're really cool though. It's fun, right? It's fun. Now, obviously, it would do a lot of damage, right? Me saying that isn't that practical, I'm only saying that because you can accidentally push the lock. But in reality, yes, it would do a lot of damage. Especially once that little tiny detail is refined. Jared, I'm wanting to get a set of three to four specific kitchen knives with a butcher's block for my wife. What brands you recommend under 200 bones, leaning towards VG10 14C? So I would recommend going to the VOSTEED. So VOSTEED, actually, they might even have a deal right now. Let me just look for you. So I would go to, so I have a VOSTEED link down in the description. That's what we have. And unless if you're wanting like USA made, because these aren't USA made, but unless if you're wanting that, if you want like a great bang for your buck, high quality chef knife, like with like in every way, these VOSTEED knives are legit. Here's one right here. This is probably my favorite one right now. Let me just show you, and they're cheap. They're cheap. Oh, wrong link. Sorry, guys. they use a I think it's a VG10 or an AUS 10 steel with and it's like a semi. So the core it uses 3 different layers, and the core is an AUS 10. I think it's an AUS 10. I got to double check, but I've sharpened them many times. We just actually got 9CR. Sorry, it's 9CR 18 MOV for this one. I think they have different ones though, but 9CR for kitchen steel. That's great. Now we just recently got some for her grandparents. We got them. What was it? 2 knife set or 3? Nothing. We got them like 2 or 3 knives. And they're loving them. They come very, very sharp right out of the box. They're well packaged. They have, if you look, I don't know if you can see it on this one. Let me see. Oop. Some of them come, I think some of them come with the mosaic pin, but no, they're really, really nice. So that's what I would recommend for the money, because it's hard to beat. It's just, when you get it in hand, you realize, holy cow, Daniel Cat. Thank you, brother. Bang, like a phoenix. I'm glad you had a safe trip, Neeves. My probation officer told me to send it. Thank you to your probation officer. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Kara said thank you too. Yeah, 3-layer 9CR, which is good. I mean, that's very like AUS 10 10CR and 9CR HMLV. They're right there next to each other. It's very hard to even find a difference, but some people would argue VG10 is a little bit better, especially for chef stuff and things like that, which both of them are good. But I think I'm not positive, because I have a few different other chef knives. I have a Tucson in 14C28M, which I love, but it's a big chef knife. The one thing I love about the VOSTEED is it's compact and still big. They have different sizes, but that specific one I just showed, it's a great shape, great size. You got a great pinch. It's just the ergos are really good. Sounds like VOSTEED is a great pick. Love the price. Thank you, Jared. Not a problem. Yeah, no, they're really good. I guarantee you'll be happy with it. The fit, the finish, just everything. And the geometry's there too. And also another thing, the heat treat's pretty good, because you guys have seen me sharpen them up. They take ridiculous sharp edges, and they're very easy to sharpen, even on, which they should be, like Japanese water stones, just basic cheap stones that you can get for 10-15 bucks. They sharpen up really good on, because it's, obviously not a super steel. So love that you said that about the handles. Yeah, no, the handle, that, because when you're using a chef knife, it's important that you're able to do the grips that you're going to want to do, with food prep and stuff comfortably. And I've held a bunch that, like, they're either too thick, or they swell the wrong way, or they don't allow you to get that pinch, where you actually, let me just grab a knife, where you actually can pinch, like, up right here, right before the blade, where you go like that. They don't really allow it that good. With those, they have a nice taper, so it literally has a place for your finger and your thumb. You can get a Tucson Gaiotu on White Mountain Knives 14C. Yeah, yep. Yep, there you go. Use my discount code. You can also find them on Amazon too. Links below. I've seen so many people absolutely wreck their VG10 chef knives, usually with avocado pits. Well, excuse me. Obviously, there's gonna be, one, heat treat's gonna be a big factor, right? But there's gonna be things that you can wreck your edge. Like, if you start cutting on ceramic, I don't give a fuck what steel you're using, you're gonna wreck your edge. There's gonna be things that are gonna wreck your edge if you use it on there. Now, excuse me, I don't think an avocado seed should do that, but I guess if you're doing enough of them, right? Yeah. I also need to send you 2 knives, Jared, of my collection for regrinds. I don't do regrinds. I do knife sharpening, but regrinds, talk to BGM. BGM is doing, he'll do it for like 60 bucks, and you'll get it back within a week. BGM Knife and Tool. You can find him on Instagram. What? B as in boy. BGM. The new Kaiser rocker has become my pinch grip monster. Yeah, that's a dope one. They got a bunch of good shit. Jared, did you see the Deep Space Rockwell? I did. I got to see about 1,000 of them. I got to see even some next to the matching pens. Yeah, man, they're dope. They're dope. I actually even got to see in film how they do it. Because I went to their painting booth where they have a couple guys in there and they do all the painting and stuff like that. Which is really cool. And I don't know how much of that you'll see in the video that I'm doing, but we do have a little bit. You'll see like a little snapshot of them doing some of the paint work. I didn't want to. I'm trying to get through the video in clipped forms to where, like it said, it's like how it's made. So it kind of is fast paced. In a good way, though. In a good way. I got Liang Ma chef knife, and you wouldn't believe the crack on it. You're funny. Yeah, I seen him at the show. I seen him. Just got a ZT 0562 fact special. Such a nice knife. Yeah, that's probably my favorite. I want to say it's my favorite ZT, but there's one in particular I've never gotten to try that I've always thought looked really good. The one that kind of looks like a K bar, and then there's a couple other ones that I really, really like, but the 0562 is always one that I really liked. I think now I'm a little bit more picky, and I think that I would love to see them take that knife and turn it into a 2023 model. Do you know what I mean? Like, just make some little tweaks, some little changes, fix the flipper tab, different thumb studs, nice sharpening choil or finger choil, hollow grind, things like that. Man, can you imagine? And this is where I'm, like pissed off at ZT. Like, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys shitting the bed right now? You guys have an opportunity to just hit home runs like crazy, but they just don't. Like little things like that. If they came out with an 0562 with a hollow grind, a better flipper tab, and better thumb studs, I know it's a Hinder design, but they can figure it out. Talk to him. Young, nah. Oh, it's hilarious. ZT in general could kill it if they wanted to. Yes, they absolutely could. The fact that they're still making knives, so they're still doing work. We're just not seeing really anything new. They are investing a lot in their Kershaw company, which is cool. I like to see that, and I want to see more of that. And to be honest, I wish they would do something in the $100 range, but that's manual. But hopefully they step it up. I'm still rooting for them. No matter what, I will always root for them until the end. I'm saving money for Blade Show next year. I want to meet BS and LM so badly. BS meet. Who's BS? But yeah, man, that'd be awesome. You didn't even mention you'd like to meet up with Neevesknives on there, but yeah, I'd like to meet up with you too. Hi, today I received 2 CH knives, the 3550 and the 3541. I think they are close to perfection. Why is the CH brand not that popular? So the reason why is because when they came, and this is from the perspective of the community, when they first dropped, they were in the same ballpark or the same arena, let's say the same arena as San Remu, Ifengro. And I'm not saying that those two are the same. They're not at all. I'm just saying that they kind of got thrown in that same arena with them. And Ifengro shit the bed, right? Since Ifengro shit the bed, it made it where other companies like those, didn't get as much attention as they could have. But I think just a lot of people looked at it like another Chinese brand. but they, you know, they do good stuff. They could definitely do even more and a lot better if they worked on it. They do good shit. So I have nothing wrong with them. No problems with them. I think they do pretty good work. I've had a few that were really nice. ZT's been lacking lately. They had a great opportunity with the fixed blade, but then they've put that god awful guard on it. Seems like there's always something, right? Something. And I'm not saying obviously you can't make everybody happy, right? Obviously, there's always going to be somebody pissed off. But I gotta say, man, like, and I hate to say it like this, man, because you know, like I said, I'm rooting for them so much, but it just seems like everything they do, it's an obvious, like, why'd you do that? Why is that like that? Like, you know, you did what? Right? You know, it's like, it's weird. I love the new True Flipper knife. Is that a quality knife? The True Flipper? I don't know what that one is. I don't know what that one is, DK. Um, Pulled a hammer. All right. Grab the EXO M. I will just tell the wife the internet talkie box man said I should. That, you know, that's a good excuse. I hope you use my link. But yeah, dude, you're gonna love it. It's awesome, especially the locking one, man. I know a bunch of people, or a lot of people, wish that it was the same size as the original. I don't know, man. This one, this is a great size. Like, this is not a tiny knife. The other one, yeah, obviously it's bigger, but this is still a good size knife. But, you know, I would love to see them do the full size one in a locking version as well eventually in the future. But yeah, you're gonna like it. Which one did you get, Reed? Did you get the drop point, the Tonto, or the spear point? Reate M is shorter than the OG. Yes, it is shorter by a decent amount, not like too. Let me just grab the other one. Got your guys' Microtech boxes over here. There we go. So, you know, it's quite a bit bigger, but, you know, like, it's not, the handle's not too small. You're gonna get a full grip on the handle, even on the small one. The big one was just big, you know, but with the blades, you know, the blade technically is a half-inch bigger, maybe, give or take. So it's not like it's small, it's just smaller, which also makes it for more rapid deployment. Like, it is very fast to open this thing because the blade doesn't have to go far. Can you still get the dangerous one? Oh no, not no more. I don't think that they're going to do any more of those. I think if they do any more of them, they're going to have a lock on it. Burlap spear point, double edged. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's the badass one. That's the one I had to pick. Just because, you know, the type of knife it is, you almost need it to be a dagger, you know. Even with this one, you know, I picked the double edge, you know, bayonet blade shape. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Jared Granboot Knives is going to do the Russ in Magnet Cut and reduce overall length from 8.2 to 7.6. Very cool. That's awesome. That's very cool. Who contacted me recently? Somebody contacted me and is coming out with something that was really badass, and I can't think of what it is now. I was really pumped about it. Did I write it down? I don't think I did. Yeah, I forget now. I have the Sharp by Designs mini Evo mini Tempest, so I don't think I need a mini Evo. Come on. Come on. Come on. You need it. I know I need it. But I know I have the Tempest, but I gotta admit, man, I think the Evo is better looking. It's just badass looking. It really is. I love Sharp by Design has the best detent. Like, hands down, the best detent, because they use the detent nub. What's up, baby? The best detent nub design. So they're so snappy. The break when you break the detent is so freaking clean. It's such a clean break that I like their flippers. Now, because I was a little disappointed with the Apex, you know, I think I'm going to try to make it up with the Evo. Yes, I want it to be the full-size one, but I'm okay with the mini. I just think it's such a damn good-looking knife. But that's why I'd love to see it in a bigger version, but, you know, I'll settle for what I can get. Colton, thank you for the 5 bones. How do you like the new CFK Eagle Rock? CFK Eagle Rock. Let me look it up. Okay. Custom Knife Factory. Is it one of these? Oh yeah. Which okay, so we have Evo, Eagle. So is the Eagle Rock, is that the one? But that's not the one by Terzola, is it? I think it is. Let me just make sure. Here we go. It's not saying there. Damn it. I guess I could just look at your comments. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, yes, I love it. I think it looks great. I haven't tried it though. So I've heard different. So just so people know, see it, I'll show you guys it really quick. I have not tried it. I want to try it. I love Custom Knife Factory's knives. I think they're badass. And I absolutely love Terzola's knives. So I would love to get one of these. But I did hear there was a few like negatives that people had. One, it is a very big knife. I don't mind big knives. Picked up a new Hogue Deca Magna Cut Black Warncliffe blade for 116 all in. Good for you, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, the new ones all supposedly have the higher HRC. I'm not sure if you got one that's already been out at the shops or not, or one of the new ones, but they're supposed to be all higher HRC. So, that CFK Eagle Rock quality isn't there for that price range. Yeah, you know, I halfway agree. The reason why I would argue against it, Bob Terzola, man, fucking Bobby. And Bobby has been doing knives for a damn long time, and he's got a unique style. And it's almost like, you know, when it's his design, right? You know, it's his design when he does a knife. So, you know, because he's put such a footprint into the knife game, that costs something, right? Like, just like you, if you spent the past 40 years of your life making a name for yourself and making knives, when your name goes on something, you're going to get paid. So I understand that he's going to get that. Now, let's be honest. Yes, Custom Knife Factory probably charges a little bit more than they're worth, right? They probably, in some cases, not all. So yeah, they might charge a little bit more. Now, they do knock them out of the park, though. They're done very, very well. And the way I look at it is, if they can get it, good for them, right? I won't buy one because I probably just can't afford it. But for those that can and do want to, will. And the ones that can't or don't or won't put forth the money, won't. So, you know, just if it doesn't sell and people aren't buying it, trust me, the price will go down. If all of these were left on the shelf after they were made, which they won't be, but if all of them were left on the shelf for a month, you want to see how fast that price would go down? Immediately. But people are going to buy them. All knives are too expensive all of a sudden. It's like out of nowhere. Got a new president, and what the fuck happened? Oh man, Jim Skelton said the original was great. I got to try a real, and you guys can see a video on it. I have a full review on it, on a real Bob Terzola custom, the ATCF, the big it was a big titanium liner lock in 440C steel, because it was the same one that he originally did that was the original tactical knife. So what he did was he just recreated it. So the one he built back in, like, I don't know, the 70s or whatever it was, 70s or 80s, back then, he redid the exact same one, and I got to test it out, and it was badass. I've actually tested a couple real Bob Terzolas. We vote with our dollars. Don't like the price, don't buy it. Custom Knife Factory prices ain't going nowhere, though, right? And that's because people will buy it, right? Like, some of their models sell out so fast that there's only reasons for them to go up. That's the thing, right? When you and you would do the same thing. So let's just be fucking honest, right? If you have the ability to sell out whatever you are providing so fast that other people don't even have a chance, you're gonna raise the price because you see the markets there, right? It's capitalism, man. It's gonna happen. They're gonna raise it, and then people are gonna pay it or not, and more power to them. Like I said, there's just a limit of which I won't go past either. Granted, I probably would go to that level, but it's going to be special times, right? I can't buy one of these drop every month, right? And I would love to buy one of those every month, like, meaning that type of knife in that price range. But I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't even run this channel like that. I have to be able to like, there's certain things I'm willing to invest in, and then other things, like, I want to really bad, but I just can't. And then there's times where it's like, I'm gonna do it, like, kind of like with these. I bought these USA made Microtech stitch and the MSI because I needed them for the channel. I knew Microtech wouldn't send them, so I knew I was gonna have to buy them, and I wanted to get one to give away to you guys because I know how hard it is to get. I carried a murdered Mordax in Magnica today. I actually got one right behind me with a screaming sharp edge. Jared, do you think original EXO is going to go up in value now that it's retired, especially the limited? That's tough. Possibly. The reason why I would say maybe not, which it might, and if it did, it would go up a little bit, but maybe not a ton. But the reason why it might is because the new one's smaller, and a lot of people want the big one. What you got? Okay.
Hey.
Right now?
Yeah.
You
just real quick.
You're so sweet, baby. It's okay. Daniel, thank you for another 2 bones. Neevesknives invested in me. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it, man. I'm worried about the knife world too. Here in the Netherlands, a lot of cities are forbidding to carry a knife, even a slip joint. This due to some low-life teenager, high-end dope listening to gangster. No, it's not that. I'm telling you, it's not that. I'll tell you exactly what it is. And I'm not trying to get political, but here's my Mordax with the screamer on there. Ooh, that thing is that thing is dangerous sharp. Like, this type of edge, man, it's like you got to be careful, man, because if you mess up with this, it's going to the bone. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. So it's like, it's not going to give you a little paper cut. It's going to ruin your fucking month. It cuts you. But no, it's just control, man. It has nothing to do with them. That's just an excuse. Like, they already have whatever they want to do to you guys, Netherlands, wherever. They already plan on doing it. They already want to do it. They just need that opportunity, right? And so how does that go? How does that saying go? Never waste an opportunity. I don't know, however it goes. But that's basically what they do. As soon as they get their opportunity, that's the time they can use it as an excuse to take things or freedoms, whatever. Which sucks, man. It sucks, but Luckily, here we have the Constitution, which I am so thankful for, that we have the Constitution and we have a lot of checks and balances in place to protect us. Hello, I'm just starting to get into serious camping and I'm looking for an affordable and legit switchblade. Any personal recommendations? Yeah, absolutely. So you're looking for a switchblade, but you want it to be affordable. I don't know how affordable you want. I can give you a couple options. One, you can go to Lightning OTF. They're like 40 bucks. Really good quality, great OTFs. Now, if you're talking about in the 150 and under range, Boker has one, but it's a little bit slippery though. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but it is pretty good though. It's like 120, 130 bucks. It's supposedly USA made. I don't, it's probably like 51%, assembled in the USA. Tactile has some good OTFs. Some are more than others. They're assembled in the USA as well. But yeah, never let a good tragedy go to waste. Exactly. Yes. Right, Andrew. Never let a good tragedy go to waste. And they definitely don't. They're just waiting for that shit. And here in this country, we do the same thing. It's just, both sides are waiting for something different, We're all looking for something. Both sides, because we only have two parties, so basically. What's up? Driving home from the south side. Listening. Well, shout out to you. Be careful, brother. Be careful. South side is nothing to fuck with. I know I've had my fair share of fun down in the south side. Same in Norway. The police just checked people for knives and weapons on the transition going to and from one of the most violent areas in our capital. To be 100% honest, the new Kershaw and Trade autos are actually really good. So, yes. Oh, you know what? I thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're right. Yes, the Kershaw one isn't a good one. Yes, absolutely. But I think that might be a little bit out of its price range. But yes, if that's in your price range, the new Kershaw OTF is awesome. The other one that's really good is the Launch 15. USA made, Magna Cut steel that's probably soft, or it is soft. Sorry, not probably. Is soft, but it's a great automatic. It's a great knife. I like this, and it smacks pretty good. Aluminum handle. Got a bunch of shit on it. Beautiful bayonet blade shape. These are 150 bucks. So, yeah, it just depends on your budget. 10 bones. Thank you, man. We appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. I appreciate the 10 bones. We spend a lot of money at Blade Show. So, not like at Blade Show, but like, the whole thing, hotels, Ubers. But that's what we do. So it's awesome. We are very, very blessed and happy to be there. And man, it's such an awesome time. I'm still butthurt that Reate EXO has no store availability in Europe. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, sorry to hear that. That sucks. What you could do is try to find somebody in the community that'll order it for you. You just give them the money, and then you have to give them the money for shipping. You have to trust them, and then he can send it to you. That's all you got. That's all you got to do. Speaking of Kershaw autos, the Kershaw launch, exactly. Yeah, the Rochambeau. It's a great one, man. Like I said, I'm not happy with the steel HRC, but I'm damn happy with the knife itself. It like mine is very solid. It smacks hard. Nice smack. And it only got better and better the more I flicked it. Little off topic, but who here is watching Mandalorian? I don't even know what that is. Totally agree. That's why I've been asking people all the time, hoping it will make sense somehow. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for linking the store. Yes, that is the link to the store. Also, Mike Emler has some big news tonight. Oh, thank you, Todd. There's another one of my links. See, Todd's awesome, man. Thank you. Yes, he's helping me out, linking all my links if you guys want to check out some of these places that I have affiliates through. You can check out what they have. You know, they have knives and stuff, so, and other EDC stuff. Mike Hemmler has some I guess somewhat big news that he wants to tell everybody after this. So I have him automatically linked. So when this is over, it's going to go right over to him. So you guys just stay in here, don't leave, and when we end, it'll go jump right over to him and he can tell you about it. It is pretty cool. So this is the way. Thank you, man. Yes, it is. It is definitely the way. Oh, wait, what time is it? Not time yet. Not time yet. Not time yet. I'll tell you what, man, with this, and I'll just talk about it right now. I know I have the first impressions coming on the new MSI, but let's talk about the steel, right? M390MK. Wonder what that could be. Think it might just be M390? Probably. Now, I don't know what they changed in it. Does anybody know? Does anybody know what they changed in the new M390MK that's proprietary, or, you know, that's Microtech steel? Does anybody know what they changed on it? So I'm going to say that, all right, Roll Shambo, man, thank you for joining, man. I appreciate you. I kind of just wish that they, and man, this would have been so awesome if they literally would have just said, guess what, guys? We are going to run M390 at an optimal HRC range. Can you imagine? Like, everybody would have been so excited. But instead, they're like, here's a new steel. Here's a new steel. It's like, well, are you going to heat treat it just as soft as your other M390? Well, then does it really matter that you tweaked it a little bit? But I'm talking shit. I know I am talking shit because I don't know about the steel. I don't know how it is. I will say this, admittedly, I beat the fuck out of this thing today and it held up really, really good. Like, the edge is still perfect. Maybe some microchips, maybe, but I was chopping shit. Like, I was doing stupid stuff with it. So I gotta say, it's pretty good so far, but that doesn't mean it's going to hold an edge, especially through abrasive stuff. So it's supposed to have better edge retention without having to increase the HRC, since I think they run all their steels at 58 to 60. Right. But M390 at 58 to 60 is dog shit. It is. It just is. Like, I've done tests and it sounds ridiculous, and that's why when you understand how bad it gets, I tested some M390 that I have no doubt wasn't real M390, but it literally didn't cut better than 154 cm. Like, 154 cm would probably outcut it, but just because it's so soft, and you can really tell it's soft by the way it deburrs and everything. But I mean, hopefully companies start. A lot of companies have got a bug up their ass and are doing it well. We have Tactile, Hogue, ProTech, Spider Co. Who else? I know there's somebody else. Reate's doing a pretty good job, but as far as USA companies go, those companies are doing a really good job. Would love to see M390MK versus M390 at 63. I would too, but they'll never run it like that, and it's their steel. So I think the new M390MK has more nitrogen in the steel. So dumb, right? But it's like, man, if you just like did the steel that you already do well, like, man, people would be fucking doing backflips. But that just shows, like, why would you change it instead of just doing that? Do you know what I mean? Like, why change the steel when you could just raise the HRC and you'll get more edge retention? You want more edge retention out of your steel, right? So that obviously says that it doesn't have as much edge retention as you want, but you take that same steel, instead of changing it, why not just raise the HRC? You know, that would make more sense. Hey, Kirk Emerson with the 20 bones. Just got the Spyderco Native 5 lockback in crew wear, and it is stiff as hail. I've lubricated it and adjusted it many times. I cannot get it to loosen up. Even Spidey flick with the hardest wrist action. Is that normal? So Yes, it kind of is. So I can tell you how to fix it. But you have to be careful when you do this. So if you take it apart, the back lock is like, it's like a piece of metal that's like a spring, and it's like pushing against something and like teetering. You're gonna want to take that piece of metal and listen, you got to do it a little bit, because a little goes a long way. This goes with any of the lock. When I tell you guys how to adjust locks and stuff, a little goes a long way. Barely bend it a little bit, and what'll happen is it won't have as much tension on it, and it'll snap out there really good. That's what I've done to a lot of my back locks. What's wrong?
What are you talking about?
Back locks? Back locks?
I thought you were talking about a specific knife.
But yeah, try that. I love watching. Who the hell is this Mandalorian? While fidgeting with my Microtech Signature Series Exo Set Bounty Hunter Edition. I think it's pretty cool that, well, I guess I kind of wish I would have.
Oh my god, he might be a time traveler.
What?
Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Isn't that the time traveling car?
No.
From Back to the Future?
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
It's a Mandalorian.
It's a DeLorean.
Damn it, it is a DeLorean. I once saw a DeLorean for sale.
I've seen a lot of them.
I've
seen a monster truck one.
The official dealership for them is actually right around here.
If you go to Volo, they have a monster
That's
truck.
what I'm talking about. And they used to have the real DeLorean.
Yeah, they have a bunch of them. They have like
the one from
I know they have that. They have they have a bunch of them.
Yeah. So well.
Jesus, Kara.
Sometimes you swing and you miss, you know.
Yeah, sometimes. What the fuck was I talking about?
Loving me.
I don't remember now. Damn it. See what you did. See what you did. I gotta look back at the chat and see what I was talking about. Does proper heat treatment cost more? So it costs a little bit more to grind. So it's gonna, and yes, it's gonna cost a little bit more, but we already paid. This is why we pay these prices. So that's not an excuse. And let's say they had to. I don't think anybody would argue about $5 or $10 more to get a better heat treat. Nobody. When you're already spending $250+, an extra $10 is like to get a good heat treat. Okay, good, right? Because it's not like it's going to be dramatically more. It's just going to cost more to grind. The grinding is going to take the belts will wear out a little bit faster, and they'll be a little bit harder to grind. So that's why they don't like to do it, because they want to grind them as fast as possible, and use as little belt as possible. But the downside is that, why are you using that steel then? Why not just fucking use a simple steel or whatever steel, something else that's easy for you to grind, since you're so worried about grinding it easily? Use an easy to grind steel, and don't use a super steel that has that is like where the edge retention is supposed to be superior, right? It's supposed to be a high performance steel. Why use that steel and give it the performance of a lower grade steel just to say you're using that steel? Because that's where they piss off people, because people want to know that their Lamborghini has a Lamborghini motor, right? I don't want to buy a Porsche and find out it has a Honda Civic motor, right? But that's a lot of times what we're seeing. During the beginning of COVID, Anthony purchased a bunch of M390 in inventory to last until 2024. Since that is next year, they purchased more and wanted to have a branded steel. I understand why they might want a branded steel. I just would rather see. I got to imagine the M390 is not good at 59 to 60. Or sorry, M390MK is not that good at 59 to 60. I don't care if they're saying that. Maybe I'm wrong, and because I don't heat treat, maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't understand why you wouldn't just raise the HRC. That will give you the better edge retention you're looking for. But what do I know? Jared, I got the Mini Evo Typhoon last weekend. It's amazing. And I don't know if you got a micro one, but it blows. Microwave on the what? But it blows. Microwave on the way. I don't know what that means. The large one would be the best, but the mini is still perfect. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get the mini. I would rather have a full size, but it is what it is. I'm okay with it. I'm happy to have one. I heard Lion still has low HRC. Yes, they do. Yeah, well, a lot of the Italian companies do. For some reason, Italian companies have the same issue as some other companies. You know, there's a lot of companies that do that, but yes, Italian companies are kind of known for running soft steels. It just is what it is. Hopefully, and let me be clear. Some of them know that that is an issue. I've talked to a couple of them, and they said we know, we're addressing it. So that's good to hear, right? It's good to hear that. And one of them was Giant Mouse. I don't know how fast they're going to do it or when or how. I know the company that when they use Reate, it's done well, but when they use their Italian company, it's usually not done as good as it could be. Now, their LMAX, I personally haven't had any issues with their LMAX. I have had issues with their M390, never had issues with their LMAX. Other people have said they've had issues with their LMAX. I don't know. I haven't, but when it's ran soft, you're going to have issues no matter what. Not maybe not issues, but it's not going to give you what it could, because then sometimes, maybe if it's ran a little bit soft, in many cases, most people won't even notice. But when like the way it deburrs, the how hard it feels on the stones, how long your edge lasts, how easy is it to strap back, like all these little things. Kirk, Lamborghinis have a special part that makes them awesome. It's called the chick magnet. Cue ball with the 5 bones. Thank you, brother. Todd and I posted up membership messages. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm a dick. I'm all pumped. All right, let me pull it up. Sorry, guys. I should have been watching, but thank you though. Dave Goodridge. I just seen you have a donation coming in. Thank you for the 5 bones, Dave. Look at that dog. You got a pit bull. I love pit bulls. Todd Carr, thank you, man. You've been a member for 3 months. Congrats on the 250K. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cue ball, same thing. Congrats on the 250. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's an amazing thing, man. I am very happy to be where we're at with the channel. Like I said earlier, the video I'm doing at the tactile shop, it's going to be it's basically the start to videos, or the way I want to do a lot of the videos. Now, I'm not going to do all the videos that way because I just can't. I can't push out as many videos as I want to, that level of quality. But I'm going to try to do at least 1 to 2 a week, maybe even more, that are just videos that knock it out of the park, that are just very high quality. Now, if over time they start doing really, really well, I'll stop doing the faster content and just move into that stuff a little bit more. So we'll see how you guys respond to it. What's the point? Says, I had a membership gifted to me like 2 weeks ago. I just noticed I don't have a Neeves logo. Yeah, you gotta re-up it when you get it. So that only lasts for so many days when you get one donated to you. And yeah, our next Bang Gang Live will be next Sunday. Thanks for the 15%. Thank you for the 2 bones, Richard. Saved my ass 44 bones. Got that right. Very cool. Yeah. Don't forget, if you guys are wanting new scales from Original Goat, don't forget to use my discount code. It'll save you a lot of money. I'm trying to get some more discount codes for you guys from other sites and stuff like that. It's tough, it's tough getting an affiliate link and a discount. So, but I'm doing my best. I'm trying to. Sometimes, you kind of gotta, because we obviously need affiliate links that are good for the channel. So, it's difficult asking for a discount plus an affiliate from some of the companies. Agree. Office used to be switched to Best Tech. Okay. If it's all of them, but some of them, pretty sure. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, there you go. There's the affiliate link. Thank you, Todd. Jared Mandalorian is the Star Wars bounty hunter show on Disney. Oh yeah, I don't know about that stuff. I've never even watched that movie or anything. I never have. I think I seen the original Star Wars when I was a kid, but I barely remember. Like I remember like little things. I just was never into it. Nothing against it. Like I was never. It was never my style. I was more into gangster shit, so I just wasn't into that type of stuff. Hit the road, Jack always runs through my head. Have you used any of the metallic bonded CBN stones? If so, are they better than the Veneve? So no, I would say the Veneves are the best. And I have heard other people say that. However, there's a new brand. I think they're new. That made some CBN stones and they're sending them, and I'm gonna get to test them. So hopefully, I don't know how they are yet, but once they get here, we're gonna test them and we'll see how they are. I just recently had, right before we left, a company sent me some stones. I think they're aluminum oxide or natural Japanese stone. I don't know. They're stones and they're still in the box. We got to test them. So that's something, we'll be testing pretty soon too. Off grid M390. Who does it? Best Tech. Best Tech is the one doing it. We was doing it, but I think it's all Best Tech now, as far as I know. Who you guys talk? Oh, you're talking about? Yeah, I'm sure. Fucking everything in Hollywood is, man. I can't tolerate it, man. I can't do it. I really can't. I don't care. Like I literally have no concern about anybody and what they do in their personal life or whatever. But I cannot stand watching movies that are just like full of fucking woke shit. I can't do it. I'll throw up. Like I'm ready to turn it off. I don't like it. I want a movie to just be a movie. Like I just want entertainment. I don't want politics. I don't want wokeism. I don't want none of it. I just want it to be a movie. So yeah, it's tough for me to even watch like Netflix and stuff because I'll get all into a show. We had some like last year, man, we were all into it. Halfway through it, they had to start throwing some shit in there. It's like, man, I just want to fucking turn this show off now. And it's like I almost want to just write a complaint, but I did hear a bunch of people did, so I wasn't the only person who got mad. But then they did that with a bunch of stuff. And it gets so manipulated, right? And like if it wasn't so manipulated, it might be okay, but you can taste the manipulation, you can just fucking taste it. Yeah, Dean, I'm pretty much the same. We recently watched a show that Kara turned on. Is just a one series thing. It was pretty good. It didn't have nothing in it, but pretty quickly, I can kind of tell if it's gonna have that shit. And another thing I dislike, Karen knows this. I fucking hate this shit. I cannot stand when a 75 or 100-pound, let's say 100-pound girl is just stomping 6'5" athletes, just kicking them across the room and shit. I can't stand that. That drives me absolutely nuts. And another thing that and I hate to get into this, like, I'm sorry, guys. I'll stop after this one. But when a movie makes the guy seem like a punk and the girl has to save the day, to me, it's like, why can't you just let a man be a man in a show? Why the fuck do you have to hate masculinity so much that you got to make the guy a weak bitch and the girl has to save the day? Like, and it's like every show is like that now, man. It drives me nuts. Like, come on, get real. All right, so let's talk about scent of the day. All right, so scent of the day is Jimmy Choo Man. It is amazing, absolutely amazing. The scent is holy cow. Daniel just gifted 9 memberships. Daniel, thank you, man. Oh, and he's gifted another membership. And another one. Oh, a bunch of singles. Holy shit, man. Damn, bro. Thank you. Let's give it. Thank you. Oh man, I appreciate it so much, Dan. Leo, 5 Bones. Did you discover any new knife companies worth talking about at Blade Show, Texas? Looking forward to more of the show. Yes, but I can't talk about them. Thank you, Daniel. So one is I got, because Kara wants to talk about it, but it's right here. But I'm not going to show you guys. He's pretty new, USA made, and they're fixed blades. So I didn't see any new production companies, but I did meet some nice custom makers that was really cool. That we're gonna do some videos on here pretty soon. Like I said, we lost a lot of the content, so literally over 50% of all the content we filmed at Blade Show is fucked. We will not get it back. We have the film, but the audio is just gone. So if you see me sitting there with somebody talking to somebody, it doesn't do any good for me to make a video out of it if you can't hear me, right? I can voice over it, but it just looks like shit. So I got to just call it a loss. And it sucks, man, because it's a lot of money going to the show for us to put forth all that effort. But, you know, it just comes with the territory, right? Just the price to pay. Yeah. Edgy American's been a member for 6 months. Thank you, man. Shout out to Shane. What?
Scroll all the way back to Chris.
I can't. I can only go so far.
All right. Well, tell him to tell them guys, whoever did that.
Memes Anonymous. Thank you for the membership, man. I see that one. That's the last one I can see, or the first one I can see.
If you guys did a membership comment, just please re-comment it and tag the mods.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Yeah, I can't see it unless if I look on here. StreamYard for some reason doesn't allow me to see it. They're trying to hide them from me. But there was a time I triggered only. Thank you guys for all the donations, man. Thank you guys so much. 6 and then 8. Holy shit. Thank you, Daniel. I just do them all at once, so I ain't got to look through them all. He's trying to make it hard for me. What was I talking about? I forget now. The fragrance. Let's talk about the fragrance really quick, and then we'll go back to knives. So, Jimmy Choo, man, wow, does this stuff smell good. It reminds me of one of my favorite fragrances, the scent-wise, which is Coach for Men. Like, I got a lot of fragrances, guys, some really expensive shits, and I got some really good ones. The fragrance is really good. Now, just to be honest, it's not a quality fragrance, and I say that it doesn't last very long. So it's one you can kind of like overspray a little bit, and yes, it's gonna smell. You're gonna smell you really good, but it's gonna start dying down pretty quick. But it's such a good scent, and it's very cheap, so you can kind of just waste it. It's not like super expensive. I think a bottle like this one's probably like $90 because it's big, but you can get like the one like this for like $35, $40. Which I know to some people that might sound expensive, but these bottles last a good long time. And when you have a fragrance that smells as good as this, it's worth it. This is it's a very fresh blue scent. Has a hint of sweetness in the background somewhere. I can't tell, but I feel like there's maybe like a tiny bit of leather in there, some suede or something. That's what it seems like. Maybe some suede, some sweetness, and then a very fresh, and then like a pineapple scent, maybe. Yeah, I think there's pineapple in that. It's really good though, man. Really fucking good. So check that out. It's linked down in the description if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, we got this on the trip. Cap's pretty good. It's not magnetic, but got a nice detent. Nice tight cap. It's got a little bit of leather on there. But yeah, really good. I recently picked up a Coach all black leather fanny pack to carry my EDC gear in with some style. Well, you know what you should try? Try the Coach fragrances, especially Coach for Men. If you get the Coach Platinum, that one is a suede fragrance. So it's like a suede, leathery, woody, nutty fragrance. But the Coach for Men, the original one, good Lord, that fragrance is so good. Every time I spray it, Kara within like 2 minutes is like, that smells good. It's just that good. And same thing with this. This has a very similar fragrance to it. Like, and they also They both don't last a very long time. That's the only problem with them. But they're both good. Great. Bond number 9 New York Nights is so good smelling. It's a bit costly though. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Some of the like the heavy hitters, they cost. That's the problem with them. Like even like some of my YSLs, man. I got some YSLs that are like 180, 190 bucks, like crazy money. And they're not even that big. What else? I have some stuff that like say the Sauvage Elixir, things like that. Those are pretty pricey. It's really good though. Jared, I've had 2 buddies buy. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's a great one. When I went on the trip, I brought, this is the 4 fragrances I brought. I brought that, a Club de Nuit, Intense Man, and then I brought my 1 Million Lucky. I brought Versace Dylan Blue, and then I brought, oh no, I brought 5. Then I brought the Coach for Men that I was just talking about, and the Coach for Men Platinum. The reason why I brought them both is because recently I've been doing them both at the same time. So I throw on the Suede fragrance, which is the Coach Platinum, and then I cover it with the Fresh Sweet fragrance from the Coach for Men, and it's like, oh, it's so good. Like they work together really good. All right, I'm going to head out. Wanted to pop in for a while. Have a good night. Thank you, AJ. Let's get back to knives. Do another video on men's clothes and shoes, etc. That would be cool. I'm going to. I do have, dude. I got a bunch of video ideas coming. Like I have a bunch of videos that like I'm so late on doing. So late, like beyond ridiculously late, like unacceptable late. And I got to do those. Once I'm done with those, I have a bunch of other content, like some really good videos I'm going to do that I'm really happy. I'm really excited about doing. And even the ones that I'm late on doing, I'm really excited about doing. It's just then schedules, times, weather has been a motherfucker for me. Tom Ford has tobacco vanilla. I've heard that that's the best tobacco fragrance. I've never tried it, but I've heard Tom Ford's tobacco is the best tobacco fragrance. My favorite tobacco fragrance right now is probably the Dolce Gabbana, the one. That one's it's a tobacco fragrance. It's tobacco. It's got sweetness to it. The thing is, it kind of smells like a pipe in a good way, though. Daniel Cad with the 2 bones for my second time out of the day. Thank you, Daniel. Why do I see you got timed out? Somebody timed him out. How is that happening? Are you still gonna do that Knife Community Yearbook video for May/June? What do you mean the Knife Community Yearbook video? I don't remember what that.
We were gonna be like, oh, most likely to get cut, most likely to.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should. That'd be kind of cool. I think it'd be fun.
We could do a segment.
Yeah, maybe like that. Maybe a live and have it written down.
People can participate in it.
If we have pictures and video.
Oh yeah, maybe we can have them vote on the live.
If we have pictures and read your chat. What was I about to say? If we have pictures and videos to do at the same time, that would be pretty cool because
that's the beauty of a live is we could pull
I'm saying during
the
the live.
channel.
I'm saying during the
You know
live.
what I mean? We could just pull the channel up.
Yeah.
Or
Well, yeah, but I'm saying if we have already pictures, preset,
I'll see
right?
if I can pull something together for Saturday because I was coming on Saturday anyway to show my blade show knives. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, oud are amazing fragrances. So oud, it depends. That's the thing with oud. Oud kind of smells like hay or sawdust in a good way. Yeah. So the thing with oud is that it depends. So some company, the companies that do oud the best are the ones from what the hell is it called? Dubai has some really good oud fragrances, and they're very well known in the Middle Eastern countries, oud fragrances. Now, oud can be done very, very well, but they also can be done very bad. So like there's times where like it's just too heavy on the oud and it makes it to where it almost smells like an like, and I hate to say it like this, you know, don't take it the wrong way, but like an Indian gift shop or something. And that's when it, you know, gets a little bit too far. And I would say that about any other shop, you know. But if it's done well, they're really, really good. And actually, some of the most wanted fragrances are oud fragrances. But like I said, they have to be done right. Oud, oud. Bare arms. Look up the clinch pick. I actually have something in the works right now, guys. Just so you guys know, I might have something in the works, USA made, maybe right now, maybe. Hopefully, it works out really good. So that would be awesome, and it might be something, you know, kind of similar to a clinch pick. I'm really excited about it because I've always wanted to kind of make my own version, because there's like, you know, and it might, maybe I'll get it and I'll want to change it to something else or a little bit different. But the way I've pictured it in my head, you know, I tried to design something, you know, just something that I think would work really good as an actual self-defense knife. But we'll see how it goes. USA made. Are you guys having a baby? Gotta stay away from sawdust scents. I do hard wood, so that scent comes through the job. I know what you mean. So I did construction my whole life. So there's certain fragrances that I don't do well with, just because it's not that I don't like the scent. Like when I go onto a job site, right, with the sawdust and stuff, I love it. It smells delicious. It smells great to me. It brings back memories. I feel good. You know, I'm comfortable there. But I don't want it in a fragrance just because I've been surrounded by it my whole life. But then there's other fragrances that you know, I absolutely love because it's different. Now, I could say the same thing about some tobacco fragrances. Like some of them are really, really good. I've got like 2 or 3 that are amazing, but they have to be done well. Otherwise, because grew up around a lot of pipe smoking, tobacco smoking, cigar smoking motherfuckers. So since I did, like, you know, I've always been around that aroma. So when I smell it, it reminds me of like my grandpa or something, or, you know, my uncles and things like that. But if it's done well, then, you know, it gives you a little bit of that, but a lot of another fragrance. Love the smell of the auto body filler bottom. Oh fuck. You know, I like the smell of permanent markers, but I wouldn't want it as a fragrance. I also love the smell of gasoline, but I also would not want that as a fragrance. So just splash some hops number 9 on. Hops number 9, best scent ever. I haven't tried that one. It sounds like I need to try that. Sounds like 2 people said it's the best. I don't even know what is that.
Ask your chat.
What's Sex Panther? Are you guys fucking around or something? What are you guys doing? Thank you, Todd. How much should you spend on a fragrance to get a respectable everyday user? You don't. I can name like 5 right now that are under $80. Like Versace Dylan Blue, you can get for like $50. That's an amazing fragrance, and it is a beast. Like you spray it, it's gonna last all day, and it's like $50. Then but I would say under $100 you're fine. Now there are some heavy hitters that are in the $150 to $200 price range, but I would say don't step into that market yet. Get samples for like $7 to $15. Like Versace Dylan Blue, you can get the spray bottle. I guess I'm in the other room for $15. You can get a sample. Try it out. Don't just buy a fragrance without testing it out first. Get the test sample first, because the test sample will last you a couple months, maybe not that long, but it'll last you a little bit, you know, pretty long. So yeah, Dylan Blue is damn good. It's really, really good. Yes, it is a lady killer, 100%. It's just known for winning, like when they do street tests where they spray different fragrances and they go and do street interviews and they ask girls like what do they like better on a man, it almost wins every single time. It's got a musk to it, it's got a sweetness to it, it's got a freshness to it, a little tiny bit of spice from the cardamom, and it's got some ambroxan in it that just It kicks ass in a great way. Another good thing about it is it's good all year round. Not a lot of fragrances are. Some fragrances are good for summer, good for colder weather, or winter. That one's good for all year round. Doesn't matter. You can wear it in summer, you can wear it in the winter, you can wear it rainy day, doesn't matter. Was it 50% of the time? Most of the time, been a while since I watched Anchorman. Daniel Cad just gifted 10 more memberships, I guess. I don't see them, but I'm guessing he did. Thank you, Daniel. Once again, brother. Well, looks like we're gonna have a pretty big audience come the Bang Gang live here next Sunday, and we'll make sure it's a good one too. Since we'll have some new members, we will try to make it a good one. Maybe we'll do a 250K giveaway. That'd be awesome. We actually have another giveaway coming, thanks to Daniel. And we'll do some cool sharpening stuff. I do want to start, now that I'm back, once I get done with some of these videos I have to catch up on, I do want to start posting some short form content for the Bang Gang members. Night Owl Hour. What's up, brother? Hi. He says hi. Hey, welcome back. You put the fragrance on your knife before or after That's funny. I recently picked up the new 100 ml bottle of Versace Eros EDP for about $90 less. Yeah, I got the Eros. It's okay. I like I like the other Versace's better. But the Versace Eros, I like it. I do like it, but not as much as I like some of the other fragrances. Another one that I like that's kind of similar to that is YSLO Electric. That's a really good one. That's kind of similar. If you like that one, the Eros, try the YSL. The YSL is fire. It has that little bit of mintiness to it. Neeves, I send you some stuff tomorrow for a giveaway. Awesome. Yeah, like I said, we'll probably do something on Sunday just to because we'll have a bunch of new members, be able to give back to the community, 250K, and also we'll do some knife sharpening stuff. I'm a Dapper Dan man. Personally, I like the smell of my hair treatment. The pleasing odor is half the point. Yeah, everybody's got a fragrance that they really, really enjoy or like the types. Now, once you get into it, though, you start opening up doors, right? Because like there's fragrances that to me, like when I smelt them like 6 months ago, I was like, yeah, this ain't my style, right? It is not my style. Now I fucking love them. Like, I mean, like I love them. But it just, it just kind of, you got to get a little scent and then open the door and then you start getting closer and closer to it. And yeah. Okay, so Mike Emler is going live in 30 minutes. So it must be 9 o'clock. Don't forget, you guys are going to go right over to him from here. You guys don't have to do anything. Just sit here and it'll bring you over there. Jared, the chat is mostly green members. Well, that's awesome. So we'll shout out to all the green members. I do appreciate all the support, you guys. Thank you guys so much. What did you get at the show? So I got 4 4 Microtech ram locks, 2 stitches, 2 MSIs. Kara got a couple customs, some custom fixed blades. She was on a fixed blade kick. We got 1 Vero. We got what else did we get? We got a Maverick from Tactile. We got the Karambits, these bastards. The EXO K, the Reate EXO Karambit. We got what else did I get? We got a bunch of stuff. We're gonna do a video, and I'll do a video on all the things. Oh yeah, Beyond EDC sent us home with a bunch of stuff. Trying to think what else I bought. We got some shirts. Yeah. We didn't get a ton of shit, but I mean, the whole trip was very expensive. So, hey, Neeves, is there any other knife that has the same feel and vibes of the Oz Roosevelt? I wouldn't say it's the same. So do not take me wrong. This is not the same, but I would say it's ballpark. Ballpark. Not the same, ballpark. The old Lamech whippersnapper. The old Lamech whippersnapper is awesome. I'll grab mine. I think I'll grab it. So we tried some at the show too. They got new bolster lock ones that are really cool. So the bolster lock ones are dope. So this is the whippersnapper, but it has one of the easiest front flippers you can use. It's so easy to use, not only for your thumb, but I would say this is probably the best front flipper, hands down. Like out of any front flipper, there's about 5 that I would say that about, like, because they're just all so good. None of them beat each other, and this is on the list. It's so easy to just reach over and pop that up, or do the reach over, or do the thumb drop. But the reverse flick is also really good. It's a really good reverse flick. Now, it doesn't have the double detent like the Oz Roosevelt, but ooh, this needs a new edge. Ooh, we got some microchipping up here. It's been a while since it's been sharpened, so it's okay. It's a good little knife though, man. These are they start about $500. Jared, the K390 enough too is making me question folders. Ooh. Did you check out the Maverick? Yes. So I have one here. I'm going to be testing it. So we will be doing a steel test and all this schmidt. But first, you guys got to see the video of me at their place, which you guys will see the Maverick because it's a how it's made Maverick video. So it's basically just a video of tactile and basically how the Maverick's made. So we're gonna watch that video, or we'll post that video. Then soon after that, I'm gonna start the testing on the Maverick and give a real, no, regardless of what happened with me and Tactile, they were very nice to me. They were so awesome. Like, hands down, they're just top-notch guys, man. Great fucking guys. Absolutely amazing. But I'm not going to let that interfere with, my review. Hey, Neeves, is there any... Oh, I already said that. Let me make sure we're not getting... I see a ding. So you want me to pass along an authentic karambit to the Philippines to you as a comparison piece to the gravity karambit you got? That's hilarious. I like karambits. Cue ball, thank you for the 2 bones. Jared, the chat is mostly green. Yes, it is. Thank you, man. I appreciate the 2 bones. You guys are awesome, man. Let's see here. So I want a Vero and a Null. Which one should I get first? Ooh. They're just different, man. They're different. They're both really good. I would say the Vero is going to be available on Friday at like noon, I think. So probably that. Now, if you can get a Null, depends on which one, but it depends, No, most of them don't. Deluce Main. Do the Chinese manufacturers heat treat their M390 well? No, they do not. Some do, most don't. I would say the best is probably Reate. Reate does a really good job with it. And yeah, I would say Reate. Other than that, there's probably a couple other companies that are doing an okay job. Like, I wouldn't say they're doing it bad, but they're not doing it as well as they could. Is that's the whole thing? Like, a lot of companies aren't doing it bad, right? They're just not doing it to the extent that what they could. They're not pushing it. Yeah, that's true, Mark. American makers do it pretty bad too, but they're coming around. Like we said, ProTech 63 to 64 now. The Maverick 63 to 64 now. Spyderco, Hogue, all these companies are starting to run it harder now. But why? Why are they doing it? Well, because they listen to the community and they actually give a fuck, right? They're actually caring that the community wants it like that. And they're like, yes, we will do what you guys want, which is so amazing. because it sucks when you get slapped in the face when because it's not like we don't have the test. It's not like there's not all the data out there, right? Even Laren Thomas suggests, for folding knives, a certain HRC range. So why would you want to run it softer than that? Spyderco is an exception to most things. Yeah, they do a great job. Where did Kyle get off to? What would he choose between Null and Vero? I don't know what he would pick. I only have one M390 knife, so I have nothing to compare it with. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, M390, when it's done well, it's a great steel. I have plenty of 20 CV and M390 that I absolutely love, but I also have some that's just not that great. Like I literally would be happier with S30V. This just depends, But I have a lot that's good. And there's some that's not great, but I still like it because it's still one. I like the design. I like the knife. I like the fit finish. I like the geometry. I love all the details. But yes, the steel's a little bit soft, but it's still good enough that it holds a really good edge, takes a really good edge, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the way it deburrs. I'm happy with the way it sharpens. So all in all, I'm happy with it, even though I know it's ran a little bit soft. Spyderco is really good for its wide of range they have on knife steels they work with, and how well they do every steel they get with their hands on. Yeah, that's one thing that nobody else is really doing. They use all different kinds of steels. They're using more steels than any other company. I don't think anybody else is doing as many steels as them, and they're doing them good. Like, that's the thing. It's not like some companies, will do a bunch of different steels, but none of them are done like to the level they could be. Spyderco, as far as the last 2 years go, has been knocking it out of the park with heat treats. What about Thank you for the 2 bounds, Richard. What about S90V? Is it better than M390? Yes. Edge retention wise, yes, it is. M390 is a little bit more stainless, but S90V is still stainless. I would say M390 is, I think it's a little bit tougher than S90V, but not by much. But S90V would have a little bit better edge retention. But both have to be heat treated well, so it just depends on the heat treat. Thank you, baby.
Hey, I just saw a ghost in your live stream.
Did you? No, I didn't see it. No,
I was watching.
Must have been a ghost.
Super
I don't know who that is. What steel does Spyderco not do well? I don't know if there is one. Maybe their 8CR. No. So their 8CR is going to be done overseas. So I wouldn't say they do it poorly. I would say they just, nobody does it, or, it's 8CR. But it's not them doing it. It's San Remu. So since San Remu is doing their heat treat, it's San Remu's HCR, right? It's not Spyderco's, it's San Remu's. Maybe they're using their heat treat protocol, but it's still HCR. So that maybe be the worst. But that's also bad for any company. You should do a show on handcrafted knives on the caliper of Bill Moran, one of the greatest knife makers of all time. Yeah, that sounds dope. I'll tell you what, man, at the Blade Show, you see some amazing work. Like some work that it's like, man, how'd you get it this good? There is some real, is it the Blade Show? You got all the custom makers that have been doing it for so long. Like, they've perfected their craft down to precision, and they're so good. What's up, Vu? Vu's in the house. What's up, brother? Let me grab this. Take my damn vitamins. A metal and knives channel, slashing things to metal music is what I do. That's funny. That is hilarious. Hey, Jared. What was that spray? Barber Shop number 25. It's fucking good. I'm telling you, I like that shit. Barber Shop number 25. Go down to Amazon. My link is down in the description. Fuck it, I'll just grab it for you. Give me 1 second. It's great, man. I actually been using it a lot. It's a sweet fragrance. It's like it's got a barber shopness to it. There we go. Cheap too. Here it is right here. So I'm gonna put it in the chat. So it's in the chat right now. It's fire, man. It's got a sweetness, a freshness, but then like a barber shopness to it that makes you want to keep smelling it. And what I like about it is it doesn't get sticky or nothing like that. So you can like literally spray it all around your beard, your head, your hair. I like to spray it in the back of my neck and all around my neck, even on the shirt. I'll get my arms a little bit, almost like a body spray, but I'll cover my face with it and it'll just evaporate. And then you get left with this nice barbershop scent. Really good. Ball to the wall. Was able to score a Rex 45 Mannix. Nice. With the burnt orange scales. Excited to test the steel. Very cool. If you aren't following Vu on Instagram, you are missing out. He does great reels. Yes, definitely go and check him out. There is the link. Or somebody should link it. What does that say? New? I don't know what that is. Edgy American says he's live every Sunday at 9. Coach for Men is the best one. I would say for me, and most people would probably pick this order. Coach for Men, blue, then platinum. There's a new one that recently came out I have not tried, and I'm going to try it soon. However, the order I would go in is Coach for Men, platinum, then the blue. The blue is a good fragrance. They're all great. It's very crowd pleasing, nice and fresh, and most likely you would probably like it more than the platinum. However, the platinum has it's a suede fragrance, so it has something unique about it. It's different. It's not like anything else you've smelled. And when you spray it on, it has a very masculine, appealing scent to it that one, like I said, works good when you mix it with the other one. But even on its own, it just has a real warm, like if a girl jumped in your car and you had that scent was around you, she'd feel very comfortable, right? She'd smell the suede, the leather, a tiny hint of nuttiness and sweetness to it. And it smells really good. But the Coach for Men is it's just a fresh fragrance. It's sweet and fresh, which are my favorite fragrances, technically. But I've been enjoying mixing them though. She likes that nuttiness. That's the truth. What? I wasn't seeing your comment. I had to switch to all my messages. I'll make sure you guys aren't talking too much shit in the chat. Thank you guys for all the support tonight. I do appreciate it. So we have about 15 minutes. Don't forget, Mike, just stay on. Don't leave because you guys are going to kick right over to Mike's and he's got some information to give you guys. Who is stronger, Lemmy or God? What kind of questions are these? It's a damn knife channel. What about Spyderco's sharpening tools? A few of their designs seem to go straight from the plunge. Okay, so this is the thing. Spyderco does a good job with it. Let me explain. So, yes, they do not have a choil, But what they do is they take their plunge from the thickest point and go straight down to the grind. So they don't taper it slowly to the grind, right? The bad ones are the ones that start from the thickest point and they taper down. This goes straight down. So you never make a smile. You can sharpen all the way up to the plunge. Now, granted, sometimes they might cut it a little bit thinner or thicker right there because that's where the grind is. But you can easily just throw it. You can take a diamond file or a file and just cut in a little choil right there, a notch, or use a Dremel. That'd be fast. Done. But you don't need to. The one problem I would agree with is that, yes, you might chip your stones. And the reason why is because when you're sharpening, and this is one of the problems with the other plunge grinds, is when you're sharpening, let me go this way. When you're sharpening, this part right here will ram into the stone. See how it's like hitting? So it'll hit and it'll chip your stone, which sucks. It does suck. You don't want to chip your stones, especially expensive ones. But if you're careful, you can run a Spyderco all the way to the plunge without no issues, no smiles, no problems, no nothing. And if you don't like how sometimes it might look a little bit thinner right there, just because it's a thinner grind, you can throw a notch in it. The problems are when the plunge grind, it tapers down to the edge. I think that one's good. When it tapers down to the edge and it touches, so that you when you sharpen it, you hit it like this. This sucks, right? Because the plunge grind tapers down to the edge. See how it tapers? It doesn't just drop straight down. It goes from the thickest portion and tapers down. So then when you go to sharpen it, it makes a smile because it cuts into that taper. Okay. Rock and roll, Dennis. Rock and roll. Check out It's All for Rock and Roll by Airborne. It's a tribute to Lemmy. All right, there. All right, settle down. Settle down. So, what knife purchases have you guys purchased lately? I'd love to hear what your guys' or what new purchases are you guys gonna do? Let me ask you this. Are any of you going to get the new Sharp by Designs or no? Huh? Any of you guys going to get the new Sharp by Designs? Or are you guys going to leave me hanging by myself? Because I'm damn sure getting one. And it's right there. This is my baby right here. This Tonto. Ooh, it's a harpoon Tonto too. A harpoon Tonto. The Kunwu Chad. I want to try that Pulsar. I like the plunge grind tip as a maker. You should. It's very important. As a maker, do your plunge grinds right. Because, and I don't want to insult anybody when I say this, but when I see a design or a knife that doesn't, all I think of is you don't sharpen on stones or you don't use your knife. Because anybody who's actually like used their knife long term and has sharpened it multiple times over and over and over knows about the plunge grind because they hit it. You're gonna hit it unless if it's made for you not to hit. But if it's in the way and it's right there and you can't even sharpen it one time without hitting a damn tapering plunge, it's going to create a smile. It's going to look ugly. So then my brand, let's just say this knife right here, the Sharp by Designs, right? This guy right here. Let's say I sharpen this for the first time and it gets a huge smile all the way up, all the way up. You see it right here. So this whole thing just becomes sharpened, like all the way up to like right here. One edge is all fucked up and hit and nasty looking. That sucks, right? It's like I just spent $375 on this knife and now it's got a big ass smile on it because I wanted to sharpen it. And my stones are probably chipped. Well, it depends on the stones you're using, but if you're using diamond plates, it won't chip, but it just poses issues. Now, the other thing, what it does is it lifts you off your stone. Let me show you. So what'll happen is it will actually lift you off of your. Let me take this out of here. Sorry, guys. It'll lift you off of your stone and make it impossible for you to hit right near the choil. So you'll sharpen from here forward and you'll miss a little part right there. Or it'll be thicker there and it'll be more difficult to fully sharpen. So in order to get the rest of the edge, you have to sharpen that part to shit, like a lot, because it's thicker. Oh, come on. They don't do anything for you. Come on, Arrowhead. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, man. Kershaw Launch 8 arrived today. Hell yeah. Good for you. Flicking the FSD you got today. Good for you, man. Hell yeah. That's a good one. Good for you. That's not true. Not true. He says, I saw an interview with Sal Glesser saying you can always add a choil. You can't take one away. I agree with that on Spyderco's. However, I can show you about 50 knives right now, and I keep bitching about it. They put the stop pin in the exact area you need to cut in a choil. So you can't cut in a choil. So that's even worse. Like, you give me a tapering plunge grind and you put a stop pin there, it literally hits the stop. Let me find one. I'm sure I got one somewhere. There's so damn many of them. Aha! Right there. Look at that. Put the stop pin right there in that area. So now can't even put a sharpening choil or notch in there. Luckily, this one's done okay. Not really. It could be better. It could be a lot better. But anyways, I just, but with Spyderco's, yes. So I agree with that with Spyderco's. Next purchase going to be a 10-inch Harbor Banana. If you see me paddling, I'm going to go. Okay. I'm getting an Emerson next, deciding between the Commander or the Elk. So when I was at Blade Show, there was I don't know, like maybe 7 to 10 different Emersons at their table. I think some of them were customs, but then I think they had a few production ones in there. But that's the way to get them. If you go to Blade shows, man, that's the one time you can get an opportunity to buy and all these things you guys want. Like, say the Hawk Deadlock, right? Everybody wants the Hawk Deadlock, can't find them nowhere, can't get them. Guess what? They're at Blade Show. They bring some to Blade Show. Like, I could have bought one when I did that video, that John Wick video, but too rich for me. I couldn't do it. But all the knives you guys want, like even like the MSI, right? Like, I picked up the MSI. I wouldn't have been able to get this if I didn't go to the show. And I damn sure wouldn't have been able to get 2 of them. And I damn sure wouldn't have been able to get 2 of these. All right? It's a lot of money. Multi-row bearings. I got a video coming soon on that for my first impressions. I got some complaints. Don't get me wrong. But see how it goes. Daniel with another 5 bones. Got you run. Good night, Neeves. Everyone, congratulations to all the new members. Remember to renew the membership. It's only $3.99 a month, less than a start. Dude, that is such a good point. Yes, to become a member on the Neevesknives Bang Gang Squad, it is less than a Starbucks damn coffee. Are we not worth the coffee over here? Thank you, Daniel, and thank you for all the support. Everybody give Daniel a round of applause. I wish I had a button right now to give him a round of applause. Thank you for all the support, man. He's been supporting the channel a lot lately, and I can't thank him enough, man. And trust me, man, there's times I just want to stop the whole thing down and thank you a lot. I don't want to ruin the show. I do appreciate all that you're doing. They don't, bro. Tie flipper carbon fiber inlay. No, there's micarta, bro. Micarta. Look at this. That's green micarta. That's not carbon fiber. It's green micarta, and it's dope, really good quality micarta. So I understand if you don't like it, it's cool. It's cool. All right. Probably something wrong with you, but you know, it's cool. I'm just fucking with you. Everybody's got their own taste. I think this looks sick, man. I love it. I love this little harpoon up there. Oof. Oh yeah, I'm loving it. Thank you again, Daniel. I appreciate it. Oh, we got Richard in the house with another 5 bones. Says he bought the Civivi Altus Reate EXO M CJRB Pyrite, CJRB Lago, Sencut Watauga, and Civivi Cogent since March with my taxes. All great purchases. Every single one of those are good. So good for you. Oh yeah, the Watauga, man. That knife is hard to beat, ain't it? I would say the only one you could have added to that list, even though I was just talking shit about the stop pin, is the Sakoki. The Civivi Sakoki is possibly the best budget knife on the planet right now with the materials. But yeah, the Cogent, really good. Love the Cogent. EXO, obvious. Altus, dope. Yeah, those are all really good ones. Rocky owns most of the launch series. Okay, so 2 minutes from Mike. So remember, guys, when we end, just stay in here. We're all gonna go right over there. I'm gonna go over there with you guys. I'm gonna hear what he's got to say too. I know what he's got to say, but I'm gonna go over there just to show some support. I got a regrind on my Hinder XM18 Sponto. It went from one of my least favorite knives because of the thick edge to easily one of my favorites. Edge geometry makes all the difference. I know what you mean. So the same thing happened to me with my Spartan Harsey folder. So I have a Spartan Harsey folder, and those are even thicker than Hinders. Like, they're pretty fucking thick. After I put the hollow grind on it, I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, my Hinders, I love them the way they are, but I do want to get one of them reground to a hollow grind just because I know it's gonna be sick. Now, my XM18 Sheep's Foot Skinny, shout out to Mr. Amazing, it's thinner, so it cuts so much better than the original one. So I haven't done a regrind on mine yet, but I've gotten to experience one with a better geometry, and I love it. And I can only imagine if it was a hollow, it'd be even better. With a daughter in college, I'm still mostly budget to 200. That's a great price range, though. I would say the best price range is probably between 50 and 250. Right? Obviously, if you're a heavy hitter and you like the real premium stuff, like the stuff coming from Reate, blah 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 blah, you're going to be in the $250 to $400 range. However, you don't need to be. You can get great quality between 50 and $250. Amazing quality. You know, the $150 to $200 range is a great range for knives. Like, once you get to a certain point, it's diminishing returns. Obviously, up to $400, there's a pretty big jump between $100 and $350, which you get in a knife. So a huge jump. But from 350 to 500, not much difference. The only micarta I own is my large Nkosi. I'm just not a fan. I think it makes a knife look cheap compared to full titanium micarta. Yeah. I disagree with that, Paul. I love micarta. Now, I'll agree that there are some micarta that I don't like as much as others, but certain micarta I love. It offers like a tactile feel, a nice grippiness. And yeah, I personally like micarta. Micarta is amazing, and it patinas and ages. Now, the stuff on the Reate right here, this stuff's probably not going to patina or age. It looks like it's polished, so it's probably going to keep that color pretty well. And I like that there's different kinds of it too. Now, granted, there are times where I don't think an inlay is a good thing. I think sometimes full titanium looks better, but in this case, I like that. That's fire. So I know. All right, Arrowhead, thank you, bud. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So we're gonna head over to Mike's. Arrowhead, thank you again for reminding me. I love you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. Shout out to the Bang Gang Squad. Don't forget to live on Sunday. And if you lose your Bang Gang membership, why don't you just spend $3 more, become a member, and you can come and make sure you're part of the giveaway. Don't forget to remind me that we're gonna do a giveaway for $250,000 for the Bang Gang Squad. Also, Daniel Cad has some giveaways he wants to do too on there. Also Patreon members, we have a giveaway coming for you guys. I'm not sure if I'll give away the Microtech in this giveaway or the next one, because we already had stuff planned for this giveaway, but that's coming up. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for all the love and for watching the content. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Peace. We're going to Mike's.